But today we're going to kind of bookend that with the second part of the book, where it's more about developing your language with spirit, just what that looks like on a personal level. The first half of the book is a lot of these overarching themes and like experiences with people, but now we want to take it in a direction where this is about you and your relationship with spirit, and really, like developing a language is a relationship. It's a building upon itself, and so that's where we're going to dive in today. So, how would you say developing a language with spirit looks like? What does that look like? How do you start that journey?
I think with anything, when you start something, you start simple and small. So a lot of that can be things that well, I think back up. Who are you trying to develop a language with?
Yes.
First and foremost. If it's somebody who's passed over, that looks different than developing it with your spirit team versus developing it with your higher self.
How so?
So with your relatives, I think you can have certain symbols that are specific to those relatives.
Yes.
Whereas with your spirit team, they're more universal to you, in the sense of they make sense for you.
Okay, okay. So that's okay, let's start there. I like that. So again, we use the term spirit, which is very all encompassing, but uh, spirit can also mean like angels or guides, people, souls, or entities that are here to help us. They're here to guide us on our soul's mission. And the deeper you go into that,
Yeah.
there's so many, a wormhole, but
Again, it
so
might
much.
have different meaning for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about your level of awareness,
Right.
right? And that's how spirit knows us, where we're at. So with family members, you can, like, first and foremost, you can always ask, because spirit, that was one of her four rules. If you ask for help, if you ask for guidance, spirit is going to show up for you. So I want to get you in that mindset, that faith-based mindset, the openness of finding the magic, right? Ask for these signs. Ask spirit to show up for you, because it will. And if you start there, then you're going to start making the connections. Then you're going to start seeing the things manifest, these experiences manifest in your life, right?
And to piggyback off of that, when you're asking, ask for a specific
Yeah.
sign.
So you can't
Don't be
rationalize it.
afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't be afraid to say, I want you to show up as a red butterfly. Even if you never see red butterflies, ask for that something specific enough to where you can't talk yourself out of it.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and it's in front of you, and you asked for it, and there's no turning back now.
Because the universe is infinite. And what we have a tendency to do when we over rationalize or try and put things in a box, we're going to be looking for, a living red butterfly, but all of a sudden you get a package in the mail and there's a red butterfly on the stamp or something.
You're
You
visiting somebody's house, and their bathroom art has red butterflies.
you never know, but
Yeah.
it's the way spirit, and that's the fun, that's the game, that's the miracle of it.
Shows up everywhere.
Yeah, and it's playful, and it's supposed to bring joy, and that's what
Catch you
spirit.
off guard.
Yeah, literally, it's supposed to disarm you, and
Yeah.
that's where the soul work happens. Then you realize, oh shit, I am guided. People, like,
I'm never alone.
there is, yeah, people on the other side. There is this thing, this entity that loves me unconditionally, that wants my highest good, and then you start internalizing it and wanting it for yourself on a new level.
And feeling joy.
Joy.
You feel a lot of joy.
The world is joyful.
It catches you in those moments of mundane, I find a lot,
Yep.
where you're just kind of going about your day and you're lost in the middle of something, and then all of a sudden you see it and you're just like, oh.
That's what my pennies from grandpa are, but we'll talk about that in a
Joy.
bit. Yeah.